Yoon is surprised and asks whether she'll be in a band or performing solo. Hyein replies that she won't be fully part of the band, but will play as a session musician, providing supporting sound. Then she looks at her friend and asks if she's allowed to talk about it, since they have a confidentiality agreement. Jiwon responds by asking if she stayed quiet because she thought it was confidential. She quickly clarifies that it's fine to talk about those things, but they can't publish information like the set list online. She adds for Yoon that Hyein probably kept quiet because of the contract and that they're working as session musicians for Mr. Hyunjae's song. Hearing that, the young man is impressed and tells his girlfriend he didn't expect her to be such a professional guitarist. His girlfriend says it's nothing special and that she'll just be a session musician. However, he replies that she'll be on a huge stage in front of a massive crowd. Then he asks her to wait a moment and wonders if the autograph from Hyunjae Seong he gave her last time didn't help. Hyein quickly replies that it did help and that she was very grateful. She adds that she knows he's a musician she sees almost every day, so technically she could have gotten it herself. But since he was the one who got it, that autograph means much more to her, because it was a gift from him. She adds that she even put it in an acrylic frame to preserve it. Yoon understands and accepts that if she says so, it's fine. At that moment, Jiwon looks at him and adds that it will be Haen's first big concert, so she would love for him to go to the show. She explains that Haen has talent but lacks experience, and that even if she seems calm now, she'll be very nervous when the moment comes. That's why she asks him to go take care of her, since afterward they can hang out together. Yeun finishes his beer in one gulp and asks if he should go. His girlfriend says yes and asks him to go, and he agrees. He declares that he'll go to that rock festival. Just then, Arian appears and asks if they're going to the festival too. This surprises Yoon, and the blonde asks if they mean the Incheon festival at the beginning of August. She adds that she was also thinking of going. Hearing that, Yeun is even more surprised, while Hyein looks somewhat annoyed. Then the young man asks what she's doing there. The blonde replies that she was having a drink with a friend nearby, and when she was about to take a taxi after saying goodbye, she heard a familiar voice and stopped to check. Then she looks at Haein and asks if she can go too, immediately asking for her name. The girl replies that her name is Shin Haein, and adds that she thinks she never told her before. Arian confirms that's true. Anyway, she says it's fine, that she'll go to the festival with a friend and won't bother them, so they can spend time alone. Yeon understands and says he can't stop her from going with her friends, but they'll go at their own pace, so he asks her not to expect them to tag along. His girlfriend reinforces that, saying they won't hold back. The blonde looks a bit confused. Then Hyein explains that they're going all out at every stage, meaning they'll take part in mosh pits. She adds that she shouldn't blame them if she gets tired or faints, which leaves Areun even more confused and makes Yeon think it's going to be intense. Then the girl looks at her friend and asks if he'll also join the mosh pits. He replies that he won't, that he'll skip the parts he's not interested in. At that moment, he gets a message. After reading it, he stands up and says he has to leave since his sister is scolding him for not being home yet. His friend, worried, asks how he'll get back. He replies that he'll take a taxi. He says goodbye to Yeon and says they'll see each other another time. Yeon confirms and asks him to get home safely. After that, Haein asks if Jiwon isn't great. The young man replies that he is, that at first he seemed intimidating and he didn't understand him, but now he finds him nice. Haein agrees and adds that he used to scare her too. At that moment, Yeun mentions that it's already late and asks if they can leave, since there are many mosquitoes and it's hot, so it would be better to find a cooler place. However, Arian shows up again and asks where they're going. She places some cans of beer on the table and declares that they'll drink until the first train. The young man is surprised and asks if she doesn't work the next day. She replies that she'll have one more drink and then sleep at the office. Taking a beer, she asks Haein to join her. She adds that as Yoon's friend, she wants to invite his girlfriend for a drink and asks if that's okay. Haein hesitates for a moment, but then agrees and takes the drink. Seeing that, the young man asks if she'll really keep drinking. His girlfriend replies yes, that there's still an hour until the first train, and suggests drinking a bit more until then. She also confesses that she was curious about what Yeon's friend was like. Arian observes her and comments that she must be a good drinker. Haein replies, more or less, and they toast. Meanwhile, the young man thinks that nothing matters anymore and that whatever happens, happens. He declares that they're going to drink. Seeing him like that, Arian asks what's wrong and why he's so worked up, calling him a brat. Hyun doesn't like that and asks her not to call her boyfriend that. After a while, Han and Arian pass out after another beer. Then Yoon calls them and asks them to wake up, since it's already dawn. Arian checks the time, curses the situation when she sees it's 5:30, stands up and apologizes. She says she has to go and asks him to clean up for her. The young man asks if she's really going to sleep at the office. She replies that she'll take care of it and not to worry. Before leaving, she remembers something. She asks if he likes ramen after drinking and if he wants her to bring him one. He tells her it's not necessary, that he'll manage on his own. The blonde laughs, understands the situation, and asks them to get home safely. Later, on the way home, Yoon comments that his first bar outing was a total disaster. His girlfriend replies that it wasn't, that it was fun, except for the mosquito bites. He says that next time he'll bring repellent. Then he asks what time she has to be at the studio today, and Hyun replies at 11. She adds that she has no bookings, so she can take it easy. Yoon says that's a relief, since he'll be able to sleep a bit. She confirms that sometimes she even falls asleep there. Then she asks if he'll rest until his part-time job starts. He replies yes, since he hasn't been able to rest due to preparing for the interview. However, he adds that when the day comes, he'll get ready for the rock festival. That makes his girlfriend smile, and then she asks if he finished the ice cream. He confirms that he did. Then she takes his hand and asks him to follow her for a moment. In the next instant, they kiss, the intensity increasing with each contact. After the kiss, they look at each other, and Hain comments that he worked very hard preparing for the summer training and also for the interview. She confesses that she wanted to do something more special for him and asks if last night wasn't the right moment. The young man pauses thoughtfully and explains that he still has energy, but his girlfriend asks him to go home. He agrees that he will.
ありがとうみんな。ありがとう。ありがとう。ありがとう。ありがとう。